Today is Friday the 13th. Woo! 6:52 a.m. And I got something from DoorDash. I'm going to be heading on over to Vons. I have 2 grocery orders I have to pick up. I'm going to get $13.50 for 5 miles. A big mistake yesterday. I went to my dentist appointment and got there just before 11, because that's what time the appointment was for, to get my permanent crown put in. And I sat there and the whole place was crowded. It was so full of people. I've never seen it so crowded. And the guy called me up to the counter to talk to him, and he said, you don't have an appointment today. And I said, oh, I don't have an appointment today. He says, no, your appointment's for 1 week from today at this time. And I said, oh, never mind. So I just headed on home, and I basically lost that whole day yesterday because of my mistake. I don't think it was my mistake though. I think the person, the scheduler, I think he told me the wrong date. Because normally it is like 2 weeks and they'll give you the permanent crown. But they said for my situation, they want to wait to see if I have any pain. So they moved it to 3 weeks instead of 2 weeks. And I think somehow that messed up the scheduler. Because I always, when I enter the date in my calendar, I repeat to the guy working at the desk, the date and the time. So, but I wasn't mad about it, because, I had other stuff I wanted to get done. So, other stuff at home. So I just got hopped back in the car and went home. This particular offer that we're doing, it's not going to be any shopping. I checked already. I said, let me look in the app to see if it shows me any kind of list of grocery items or anything. And all it says is to grab a shopping cart and head to the pickup area. So I am 99.9% sure that I'm just picking up groceries and I'm going to drop them off. Sometimes though it'll say that, and then when you say arrived at store, the first item will be to pick up the groceries, which is dumb, because then the groceries are going to get hot in the car and while you're shopping for the other person. But for the most part, usually if it's a mixture of picking up at a grocery store and shopping, the shopping will come up first and the pickup will come up second. So I'm not seeing anything that shows shopping. My dog was acting really weird last night. He was having discomfort, not severe pain, but discomfort again at around 11 o'clock at night or something. And so I gave him some pain medication. And then, I had to wait the 45 minutes for it to finally take effect. So I tried to stay awake for that additional 45 minutes until I knew that he wasn't in pain, because I was going to give him more if he wasn't. But he left the room. And then when I had woken up, I couldn't find him. But he was just in another room somewhere, just doing his thing. So I don't know, he was acting weird, but he looked fine, so there were no problems. Okay, we're here. Let's go get those groceries. All right, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Today was freshly eggs.
Oh.
For eggs. It's on the bottom.
It's on the bottom. Okay. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Got the order in the car. I didn't have to wait too long to get it. It wasn't that bad. And both orders fit in one shopping cart. So that means that Only one of the orders is large and the second one is light. It's just like a couple of bags, so that makes that easier. And now we're gonna be going, I think it's just to a house just about a half a mile from here, so it's really close. And it's gonna be the large order in the trunk. And let's see if I have any special instructions. It's just a contactless delivery. It's really close. All I did was I just went across the street from the market. So pretty simple. And I think I've been to this house before. They don't have much of a porch as I remember. It's just a door and like a concrete step. So it's always hard for me to fit this amount of groceries on their porch, as I recall, or on their concrete step. But I'll just try to just figure it out like I always do and get it done. Oh wait, maybe it's a different house. It's showing it's on the left-hand side. So I think normally the house is on the right-hand side, the one I usually go to. Okay, let's see, it's coming up. Start keeping my eyes peeled for it. Looks like it's gonna be this gray house on the left with all the cars. Let me make a U-turn here. Turn myself around. And of course there's so many cars, so it's gonna be kind of hard for me to carry the groceries. I'm just gonna block them in. Hopefully nobody's leaving for work right now, so I can drop it.
Hi, you are currently being recorded. Hi, you are currently being recorded.
All got delivered, and I'm trying to think if anything bad happened. I don't think anything bad happened. There was like a glass bottle inside of one of the bags, and it made like a loud clank sound when it touched the stone of the entryway. It didn't break or anything, but I like it when I'm as silent as possible, so that way I can just get in there and get out without anybody thinking something went wrong. So, because there's people on the other side of the door just listening for me to leave so they can come out and get their stuff. And so I don't want to make it seem like I'm just throwing their groceries around when I'm delivering. But other than that, it went fine. There really wasn't that much stuff to drop off, and it was really close. My car was really close to the front door, so it was easy to go. It was easy to go back and forth without any major problems. And it wasn't the house I was thinking of. There was another house that didn't have much of a porch. That porch was about average. So next up is 3 minutes from here, 1.1 miles. It's also a contactless delivery, and it is an apartment. I think I've been to this place as well, and it should be pretty easy to find from what I can recall. And luckily the order is very small, so I'm just gonna grab it and start just walking around until I find it. And it shouldn't take too long if it's the place I'm thinking of. All right, it's coming up. Make sure I get to the right building. Let's see, I turn here, and it's telling me to go like a really far way to get to it, but that mapping pin is totally wrong. It's this building right here coming up on the right. I just can never remember if it's on this side or the other side. I think it's always on this side that I usually drop off. So I'm gonna park right here and just walk over there. And if I'm wrong, I'll have to just walk to the other side of the building. That delivery went just fine. I've been there before, and there's always just this little dog that always barks whenever I show up there. So he's like the alarm system that lets the owner know, lets the customer know that I'm there dropping off the groceries. And that all went fine. Uber Eats, $7.17 for 6.1 miles. Nope. And now I'm parked nearby at a shopping center. There's like a 24-hour fitness here, and there's a CVS here. And yeah, I figured why waste miles right now, because all the kids are going to school, and I don't want to have to dealing with all those kids that are just out and about, you know, all the school buses with their stop signs, and they just slow you down. So I'm here in the shade just waiting for something to come in. That's gonna be really upset when he gets out of the gym and he goes to his fancy Porsche SUV. It looks like he left his headlights on and he didn't set them to auto, so they're just gonna stay on. You know, you're supposed to, if you have a problem with remembering to turn your headlights on, just set them to auto, and then when you turn your car off, they'll automatically turn off. So hopefully he doesn't end up with a dead battery. Temperature is currently 72 degrees, and of course that means that my tire pressure warning light has come on. I haven't gotten any offers sitting here, but now I'm debating whether or not I should take out my tire pump and put some air in my tires. The only problem with doing it is that I've already been driving, and so I don't know if I'm going to get an accurate, you know, amount of air into the tires where it will turn off. But there's nobody really around, so maybe I'll just go ahead and do it. I'll just pause the app and just get it out of the way. Tires all have air. They were really low. They were almost 10 pounds low on pressure on all the tires. So, and I'd only driven for 5 miles, so the tires haven't gotten that hot yet. So I'm sure that they're accurate now. The tire warning light went off, and it is now 7:54 a.m. and I'm just gonna start heading back home because I'm not getting any work. I check the tire treads as well sometime this week, because I know it's getting close to that time where I'm gonna have to get new tires. So, you know, it seems like when you have to spend a lot of money, it comes like in big chunks. Have you ever noticed that? Like you're always on budget month after month, and then all of a sudden you get hit with all of these things that are really expensive. So for me, it's been the dog and his dental, and then it's me and my dental, and then of course my medical bills, and now possibly new tires. This is why I emphasize with all of you to have an emergency fund. Make sure you save your money, so that way when emergencies happen, you don't have to reach for your credit cards and go deep into credit card debt and then pay all those high interest fees for doing that. And I know it's hard, but you have to always just assume that every year, no matter what, you can always count on it. An emergency is going to happen. I can't think of any year in my life where an emergency didn't happen. Next one, and it's from Uber Eats. I have to go to Albertsons and shop for 16 items, and I'm going to get $27.30 for 5.9 miles. Well, it's going to be a bit of a drive to get there. I'm in the middle of rush hour time. It's 8:02 a.m., but it's Friday, so the traffic shouldn't be too bad. It looks like it's flowing okay. And I'll look at the shopping list once I'm on the surface streets, because I sure as heck ain't going to be reading you off the shopping list on the freeway. It looks like all the traffic is on the other side. I guess everybody's trying to get out of town for the weekend, maybe. They're all headed to LA, or I don't know. But the other side is jammed up real bad. Maybe they're all having to go to work on the strip, because on the other side of the freeway, that would take you towards the 15 freeway, which would be towards Las Vegas Boulevard. All right, let's look at that shopping list. Fruit Loops, Starbucks energy drink, it looks like, strawberries, navel oranges, Honeycrisp apples, an avocado, fruit snacks, trolley family size crawlers, gummy candy, Nerds, Reese's, sausage links, whipped cream, popcorn, soda, LaCroix or whatever, sparkling water, and yogurt. Alright, I got everything. I don't think there was any substitutions. I still wasn't 100% on my game. There were several times where I had to go back because I forgot a certain item was in the aisle. So I'm not 100% yet. 7 minutes, 1.6 miles. It's going to be a house. I have a gate code, and it's a leave at the door. I think that if you didn't speak or read English very well, shopping would be a very, very hard thing for a delivery driver to do. You really have to know your products, or else you would waste so much time in there. I think that's why a lot of people who do the Spark delivery are people who English is not their first learned language. Like usually it's like Spanish or just some other language. And so with Spark, for the most part, all you do is you park, you load up your stuff, and you drop it off. So it's very easy to do and to understand without any real complications if you don't speak English very well. And I think that's why there are so many people who do that service. and why it's so crowded at Walmart, because that's the only thing I can think. I'm like, why else would somebody be doing the Walmart Spark when it's such a pain to do? I mean, the wait time is so long to get somebody to finally bring those groceries to your car. It can sometimes be 45 minutes before somebody finally brings them out. And yeah, that's the only thing I can think, because I never do Walmart deliveries for that reason. It's just too unpredictable. You drive all those miles to get there, and then when you arrive, nobody comes to your car. You're just hanging out there, just waiting. Now, once in a while, somebody would come out to my car right away. But for the most part, no, they don't. It looks like I'm dropping off in that same community of buildings where it's a mixture of apartments, townhouses and houses. And there's multiple gates to get to where you need to get to. So they gave me 2 different gate codes. So that tells me that it's in that weird community. And it's not that it's really hard to get in there as long as there's nobody blocking the entrance, because I would say half the time there's somebody there at the code box and they're blocking the code box. They're just there like trying to figure out how to get in, and they just create this whole long line of people who have the code, but you know, they can't get to the code box to put it in. This particular drop-off is a house, so I know I'm not going to that real confusing part of the complex where you have a hard time even finding the darn building. Next, 4004. Okay, make it right here. Let's do a little code magic.
Turn right on Veneris Drive, then turn left on Sevilla Heights Drive.
All right, all the codes worked. Amazing. Let's find this spectacular house in this grand community. Let's make sure I get the right place. Okay, making a left
Turn
here.
left on Sevilla Heights Drive, then turn right
Oh
on
no, not
Sunset
here, the
Court.
stop sign. See, it almost got me. Make a left here. And then the next right.
Turn right on Sea Sunset Court,
Looks
then
like
drop
it's
off.
gonna be here on the left. I'll turn myself around so I can make a quick escape. Boy, this is a tiny little area. I would barely even call this a house. Wow. They're satisfied customer. The delivery went just fine. I think the most difficult part was making sure I didn't trip on those loose bricks that had separated from their driveway. And the driveway was so narrow, there was very little room to walk to the front door. So Luckily, the bricks that I was stepping on were stable. They were not wobbly or anything like that where I was going to break my ankle. So that worked out okay. I made it through just fine. And it was much easier than yesterday's delivery with all those groceries that took me an hour and a half to deliver. So for that amount of money, I'm sure that only took me probably about 40 minutes at the longest, 45 minutes. Whereas that other one took double that time for almost the same amount of money. So, well worth it. Now I'm just going to head home, and if I get anything else, great. And if I don't, I'll just wait for offers at home. When people do this, they have like their blinker on, and you're not even sure what they're talking about. It's like, are you going to make a right here at this turn? Or do you not even know that your blinker's on? What are you doing? Time is 10:27 a.m. and I finally got something from DoorDash. I'm gonna go to Target and shop for 4 items, and I'm gonna get $9.50 for 3.1 miles. This was really the first offer that came in that was worth my time. It has been just bad offer after bad offer, and then there were some smaller dollar amount ones, you know, $5, $6 ones, but I've just been feeling like just doing offers that are close to $10 only, because I just don't feel like going out and doing the work unless I'm guaranteed to get at least something close to $10 for my troubles, because it is so slow. It's really not very likely today that I'm going to be getting an offer immediately after I do this delivery. So more than likely I'm just going to end up being back home. So I'm like, why should I bother? I knew it. I knew this was going to be makeup. The moment it just said 4 items, I'm like, I know there's going to be a catch to this delivery. So I'm going to get nail glue, fake nails, vintage suede matte lip liner, God, and a headband. I think this is it. And then I got a pencil down there. Well, everything went fine, I suppose. I had a hard time finding just about every item. There was a lady stocking the shelves, and she helped me, thank goodness. So that worked out just fine. I think the only item that I'm concerned about, is the lip liner. When I first got to the section with the lip liner, I was confusing the lip liner with the eyeliner. So I was looking for the right shade that they wanted in the eyeliner pencils. And I'm like, wait a minute, this says lip and these all say eye. I'm like, is that the same thing? I have no idea. So I was looking and looking for the right kind of pencil for lip. I was just looking for the word lip anywhere I could think. And I finally saw the word lip. I'm like, okay, there it is, lip. And then they had all these pencils, and they wanted this one called suede something. And so I kept looking for the word suede, and I'm like, suede. Nothing said suede. So I'm like, well, suede is like a dark brown color. So I just grabbed something that looked like a dark brown color, because that's all I can do. And then I went to the substitutions, and it pretty much said, just find a lip liner pencil and make it work. So that's what I did. I found something that I thought was gonna work, and I went with it. Oh no, I shouldn't have gone this way. There's a huge truck that is gonna be making a turn over here. Oh no. Hopefully he's not making a left turn, but I have a feeling. Let's see if he's completely blocking me. Yup. Sometimes you make the wrong. Oh good, at least he's making a right turn. I just came over this way because the light comes up so fast that I had to get a little bit further back to make sure that I could easily get to the far left lane with no problem. But oh yeah, I made it no problem. And of course that truck is going the exact same direction I'm going. And now I have a choice. I can get behind the truck, or I can get over here with all these dummies. God. And I'm just gonna stick behind the truck because half of these cars that are on the left side, they're gonna make U-turns and take all effing day. The time is 10:47 a.m. It's gonna be 5 minutes, 1.5 miles to get to the apartment that we're going to. Leave at my door. They gave me a gate code. It's the last block column as you are coming in, and it's the black pin box. It is the right. They're giving me all these directions like in the wrong order. Oh well, at least they gave me a building number and they gave me an apartment number. I don't know how long I was inside the Target. I kept getting sideswiped by other customers that were in my way, and they were, they're either walking super fast, just like cars, super fast, or somebody's just crawling in front of me, just strolling along, blocking my way to get past them. And luckily, all of the items that I was shopping for were all in the same area, so I didn't have to travel around the store very much. So that did help me. And the checkout was fine. When I went to the self checkout, there was nobody there was no line at the self checkout, so I was able to get right on over there and scan the items. And of course they were light, so I just abandoned the shopping cart. I just gathered up the 4 items that I shopped for and got the heck out of there. I just went ahead and put them in, just carried them in my hands, and then walked as fast as I could to the register. But this one girl was in front of me, and she was going super slow walking, but not slow enough where I could walk around her, because she was going exactly where I was going to. So I had to be polite. I'm like, I'm not gonna cut you off, and then there's a long line and you get all mad because I cut in front of you while we were walking and now you're behind me in line. So I tried to be courteous. All right, we're almost at the apartment. All right, well, we're here. It looks like someone else is gonna be entering the code, so that's good. So it's gonna be the right gate, and then I'm gonna look for oh good, I call both gates open. And then I gotta look for the building number, and I have no idea where it is. So I'm just gonna keep going straight ahead. It looks like they marked it on the map where their building is. But you know how that goes. I'm just gonna have to first follow it and trust, because I hit all these green lights coming here. Oh, it's here. So now I just gotta find a place to park. It looks like this side is where all of the back doors are. Is this somebody's front door? Of course, that's somebody's front door. So what is the number? Okay, that's not it. That ain't it. Let's keep going. Let's see. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? Yes.
Order their door. Additional instructions are provided in the Dasher app.
A successful drop-off. There weren't any major problems that happened. I just threw my hazard lights on, parked in the red zone, and set it by the door, and that was about it. I lucked out that I didn't have to worry about the code. I'm trying to drink more water so I stay hydrated. I've been not drinking enough water, that is for sure. So every morning when I wake up, I have a big cup of water, Uber Eats, $3.07, 4.5 miles now. I try to have a big cup of water with every meal that I eat. And every time I have a snack, I try to have a big cup of water. So that's been helping out a lot. So, but of course, the only problem with that is every time I get an Uber Eats or DoorDash offer and I accept it, I have to go use the restroom before I leave the house. So that's been the only downside. Hopefully that doesn't mess up my on-timeliness. You know how they can get you in trouble if you don't show up in time to pick up the order or start the shopping. So I haven't looked at seen if my rating's gone down for that. But I noticed that lately it doesn't go up, or it doesn't go up. It always is stuck at 95% for on-timeliness. I don't think Uber Eats has a metric for being on time, but DoorDash does, and it's always stuck at 95% no matter what. It used to not do that, but I think lately they've been trying to crack down on people taking their sweet ass time to to do their work. So they have made it where to me it seems like they've made it where the completion rate metric is fixed at 95% and can only go down from there, not up, because to kind of get people to make sure they are quickly fulfilling the orders once they get them. And but I don't know why the apps are so different from each other. Why does one app care so much about one thing and the other one doesn't? I don't understand it. It's a very weird thing. It must have to do just with management. Like, management must just decide certain things and the other one decides other things. And so they don't have to be the same. It's up to each company's management to decide what's important to them. So I'm going to shut everything off. I've had it for today. The weather's nice. It's like 88 degrees and it's almost 11 a.m. And I don't know. I'm sort of just feeling like I still need to keep resting. I'm not at 100% today. So thanks everybody for watching. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me do my work. And I will see you again tomorrow for Saturday's episode as I continue my journey closer to the goal of $300. You know that's not going to happen. Bye for now.